What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the GxMateria Master Roshi. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Master Roshi from Dragon Ball. The figure itself seems based on Dragon Ball Chapter 14 when we see the first ever Kamehameha. This figure is a GxMateria release, which are prize/crane figures from banpresto/Bandai Spirits, releasing a key-based attack. If you're interested in buying up this figure, you can check my influencer links down below to help support me and pick up the figure. This figure was released on August 22nd, 2023 in Japan. His height is 5.25 inches on his own, 5.5 inches on his base. He weighs 15.2 ounces in box, 10.3 ounces on his own, and the figure comes with his upper body, lower body, key materia attack, and base. Alright, another GxMateria figure. Now, I would say that this is one of the more excitable, anticipated GxMateria figures from this year. GxMateria is a series that I respect quite a bit, and there are quite a few figures that I can appreciate. But just so you guys know, like a lot of the recent prize and crane figure reviews on my channel, this figure, once this review is done, is going to get repackaged, put back into his box, and will be put into our monthly giveaway. So if you are interested in winning this and many other figures in our monthly giveaway, please become a YouTube member today. It's only $3 a month. It gets you permanent access to the Discord server, and as long as you keep renewing your membership, you'll be entered into our monthly giveaways. But with all that being said, let's talk about the figure itself. As a character choice, I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5. Max Power Roshi is something that we don't get to see super often. We saw it a few times, right, in Dragon Ball, and saw it maybe a couple times in Dragon Ball Super, maybe in some of the Dragon Ball Z movies. I don't think he ever does it again in the anime itself, at least not canonically. But it is nice to see, you know, this iconic moment. It was the very first Kamehameha, and Master Roshi just started to show that he was more than just a perverted old man. So it is really cool. It's super iconic, and I absolutely love the fact that GxMateria is like, yo, let's do Master Roshi. So absolutely love that. I hope Bandai takes notes, because we've gotten two Masterly's Roshis, but neither of them were his max power form. So I'd love it if we, you know, got a max power one, a bigger one, maybe the size of Gyumao or something. So that's what I'm hoping that they do. The sculpt, though, before we get into the sculpt, sorry, likeness. Likeness is something that is pretty hard to mess up with Master Roshi because he's got his shades on. This is a figure where you can't remove the sunglasses. If you do, it's basically going to damage the figure, but I can kind of see his eyes are sculpted behind the sunglasses, so I bet if you did remove them, you would see his face. But other than that, his likeness looks great. He's got veins on top of his head from straining to do the Kamehameha. You can see wrinkles on his nose, right under his eyes. They detailed his mustache and beard really well. It's hard to see because his hands are in the way, but you can even see his teeth are gritting really nicely. Absolutely perfect. It's a 5 out of 5. Not hard to mess up with Master Roshi. Now, the sculpt itself, I'm going to give that a 3 out of 5, and the reason is it's obviously stuck to the base. So just like the Future Gohan that I recently reviewed, it would have been nice if they just gave the option of foot support, or, you know, the base was optional. We've had prize and crane figures built like that in the past. So I wish they could have done that at least with something like this. It wouldn't have been difficult to do, but if you do want that to happen with the figure, you're going to have to sand down the supports, the little pegs that are stuck to his feet, in order to have him stand up properly. But, you know, at least the base isn't too big. It won't take up that much space, and if you don't mind it, there's that. But the big issue for me was his arms. Like, his arms are too long. They're weirdly long for his body, and I guess they just made them long in order to have the Kamehameha a good distance away from him in order to do the effect. But in person, it kind of looks goofy, because yeah, his arms are just so long. So it does throw me off a little bit. And I wish they kind of thought that through before they started adding all the effects and such. But that's a little disappointing. But otherwise, the sculpt is good. You get good detail of his back, his muscles, the veins. You know, pretty standard fare for figures like this. You can see his belt is blowing back in the wind. And the Kamehameha materia is the same one that Goku used, that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has used in this series. And I like that they kind of fixed the issue of these big sticks that stick out of it. They are much easier to put on than past materia like this, and I think they flow a lot better for the figure, and they're not super distracting. So it's going to be a 3 out of 5 there for that. Paint and shading is going to be a 4 out of 5. There's 0 shading on this figure, and I really wish, like I've been saying, that they would add some shading that represents the attack somewhere on the character's body. In the past, even the Goku had like some shading on his hands for the Kamehameha, and this one doesn't even have shading on his hands, so that is a little disappointing. Otherwise, I don't think there's... Oh, hold on, actually. Maybe... I can't really tell, but he might have some shading on his skin. No. I think that's just my lighting. He has no shading at all. But the colors are bright. They're good. Very simple figure. Doesn't really pop just because he's just mostly flesh. And then his blue pants. So there is that, but it's not bad. Give that a 4 out of 5. And then the size and scale. I think this figure came out a little bit too small. So I will give that a 4 out of 5. Just because I know GxMateria isn't very consistent when it comes to size and scale. But for someone like, hey, let's say you're a GxMateria collector, it's going to look really weird when Kid Goku is basically like almost the same size as Max Power Roshi. So that's a bit disappointing. But overall, hey, it is a pretty sweet GxMateria figure. It could have been a lot better, and there are some structural issues with the figure. But I don't think it's bad at all. Might be worth picking up if you're a GxMateria collector. But today, I think I will give this a 4 out of 5. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, please remember to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and of course, share this with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget that we're doing a monthly giveaway. These are our prizes that we're doing this month for the giveaway, so make sure you become a YouTube member today, hop into the Discord server, and take part in our giveaway on this date. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.